How I share again? I always forget.
Oh, you go down to
Audio.
where it's on the bottom where it's green, it says share screen. And then there's two little buttons on the bottom, it says share computer sound. You see it? So you know on the green where it says screen share? Awesome. Carol, Nick, and Sue, thank you so much for being. Jim Sapula, thanks again. I saw you dancing earlier. So love it. Brings us back to the 70s and 80s, right? All right, guys, as people jump on the call, let's go ahead and get started. So next slide, please. All right, as always, our mission and value, Keller Williams South Bay will become the #1 brokerage across all brands in the South Bay and a top-tier market center within the KWRI by attracting, creating, retaining cappers through our positive, productive culture. As a result, we will profit share over $500,000 annually. KW South Bay values are 1, caring, 2, collaboration, 3, business building. Those are the building blocks of KW South Bay, guys. So keep that into the core of why you have joined such a phenomenal organization as Keller Williams. Next slide, please. All right, it is August. Happy birthday to all the August babies. Look at the list. I see Bob, I see Victor, Jesse, Nick, Tabby, Steven, Carol, Patricia, Jane, Adele, Joanne, Farah, Yona, Kenneth, Ari, Irvine, Lynette, and Maureen Lee. If I missed anyone, I apologize, but happy birthday to all the August babies. Such a wonderful month. You know, it's the summer and you know, my sister's birthday is also on August, and my father's birthday is on August. So happy birthday to my sister as well, and my father for the month of August. Next slide. All right, Mr. Eric Basket, congratulations. Yeah. For camping within KW South Bay. So the goal is consistency every single year. So that way you get 100% of your commissions, guys. That's the goal, that's the mottos. This is why Keller Williams has the best systems in place to help you. So congratulations, Eric Basket, for camping. Kudos to you. Keep that momentum. We're super excited and very proud of you. If he's on the call, if not, I don't see, I can't see everyone as of yet, but if he's on the call, Eric, congratulations. All right, next slide. All right, we talked about this last week, guys. This is the contest, okay? And I know, Jim, I kind of did a boo-boo last week, okay? So I'm gonna make it up. So here's the contest, guys. It's the contest is the context and one smart plan. So we will enter you for a chance to win a $250 gift card, American Express gift card, when you enter 50 contacts or more, and then at least do one smart plan, guys. All right. If you don't know how to use it, if you don't know how to implement it, talk to us. Talk to Sonia. I'm giving you a cheat sheet. You know, she can help you. Scott Leroy can also help you as well, guys. Take advantage of it, an opportunity to win a $250 gift card at the end of the month for the month of August. Okay, guys? Very simple. And if you have any questions, by all means, reach out to us, all right? I'm excited to see who the winner is going to be. So the more content, the better it's going to help you build your business as well. Next slide, please. All right, you know, the consistency, as I always say, since these last maybe a month already on Mega Camp, guys. Mega Camp obviously is going to be the digital experience, not your traditional. So please save the day. Take advantage of it, guys. It's September 15th through the 17th. Register at megacamp.com for an opportunity to experience now in a different platform than what we're so used to or accustomed to. And it's super cheap and super convenient because the tickets, to be quite honest with you, when you go to Austin, Texas, I believe it's about $799, almost $800, something like that. Is that correct, Sonia? That sound pretty, yeah, so it's up there in price, guys. So $99 to take advantage of MegaCamp digitally. So if you haven't, please register for the event. You still have time. Next slide, please. All right. We've been getting so many questions regarding the hike adventure coming up this Saturday, guys. Hold on. So thank you. So we have a hiking adventure sponsored by Len US, Chris Rivera. We're meeting at Point Vincent at the lighthouse, which is 31550 Palos Verdes, okay? So here's how it's gonna go, guys. You need to RSVP no later than Friday, by Friday, guys. The reason is because we're providing you with food and drinks. We are getting Subway sandwiches. Here's the choices that you can pick. So if you want a veggie, ham, cold cut, spicy Italian BMT, tuna, turkey breast, please let us know. Email Natalie and let her know which entree you want. It's going to include chips and a cookie, plus the sandwich, guys, okay? Pets are welcome as well, as long as they're on a leash. There's plenty of space, plenty of parking, and there's restrooms there as well, guys. It's going to be fun. It's going to be at 10 o'clock this Saturday. Love to see all of you guys. Obviously, we're going to practice safe distance. Make sure you wear your mask. Family is welcome. Friends are welcome. Anyone. But it's really for KW family to be part of this, guys, okay? So again, RSVP for the order to Natalie by Friday. Otherwise, we're not going to have a sandwich for you guys, okay? All right, guys. So as I mentioned, pets are welcome and family is as well. All right, so let's go to Len US. So I know Chris has a lot of information, but also some exciting stuff, some new updates, and I'm looking forward to it. I know we've been collaborating and talking about it, but here's the person to bring this excitement that's going to be coming through Len US. So Chris, take it away, my man.
Thanks, Simon. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
All right, perfect. Before I get into the Before You Sell program, just kind of want to give you guys just a quick market update where rates are. As I've been saying all year, rates were going to continue to slide. I predicted they would hit sub 3, and they have. On conforming and high balance loans right now, we're booking them in at 2.875. We've got a couple lower just because of the LTV and high FICOs, but rates are sub 3 now. And I really anticipate those to continue to slide. It's going to be a gradual slide, but my feeling is we're going to see below 2.75, and I would not be surprised if we get down to 2.5% at some point in time within the next 6 to 9 months. It sounds incredible, but it's happening, and there's nothing really to stop it from continuing to slide. So it's just a great rate environment out there. Again, sub 3s for conforming and high balance purchase loans. Jumbo's already coming back down. We're at 3 and an 8. That's 3.125 on 30-year fixed for jumbo financing. That's coming back. We're seeing a lot of investors coming back, which is making the pricing in the jumbo market better, which is great. Non-QM players are coming back a couple a week, it seems. So the bank statement programs are available, the asset depletion programs are available, the one-year tax returns programs are available. They're still pretty tight on the guidelines. although we are seeing them loosen up a little bit more. Self-employed borrowers, unfortunately, they're still really stringent, but at least we've got good financing for them if they're well qualified. So keep them coming. We're getting a lot of pre-approvals. Thank you for all the referrals. We really appreciate it. We're trying to tackle them the best we can. Turn times are still at 30 days. It is a struggle. I'm not going to lie. There's a huge amount of refinances that are in the system just because of the low rates. And it's just bogged up the production on behind us. And we're not the only lender that's saying that. It is tough, but we are prioritizing purchase loans. So we're making sure that we get to them first. So again, thank you. Keep them coming and we'll keep pumping it out for you. So with that said, I wanted to go into this exciting program that I rolled out about 6 months ago. We actually had a training scheduled for the day that we shut down. It was going to be here in the office. It was actually just before our awards ceremony, and unfortunately we had to pull the plug, and we really haven't been able to roll it out. And then about a month later from that, the investor actually pulled out of doing loans because they were kind of skittish about the market on a go-forward basis. Well, I'm happy to announce both investors are back and we are up and operational. We also have set up the training for this program online, so we don't have to do it in the office. You do have to take the training, you do have to pass the test and get certified. But it's not that hard, it's pretty easy. And the reason why you have to take the training and get certified is because you are the point of contact. You are the person who's going to be talking to the client. Yes,
That's
sir.
a question. Is there an exam?
Yes, it's like 15 question exam.
Oh, gosh.
It's pretty basic. It's the stuff you need to know to be able to tell your client, like what are the terms, what's the rate, what's the procedure, what can I use the money for, that sort of thing. So don't be afraid of it. I've seen the question. It's pretty basic. It's stuff that you need to know because, again, you are the point of contact. You are the person who's going to be talking to the seller at their table. This isn't rolled out to everyone. So it's not like, you remember, this is like a feather in your cap. Not all real estate agents out there have the ability to offer this to their clients. So this is one of those things where you're going to be able to go in there knowing there's a select number of realtors in the South Bay that have this. So make sure that when we open this up, which is going to be in 2 weeks from Monday, which I think puts it in the 17th of August, I think is when it will open up. And that's when you'll be able to go in there and start doing the training. Make sure you go in there at your leisure, at home, wherever you'd like to get certified. So Natalie, let's go ahead and go to the next slide. So this program basically is designed for you to offer it to your clients before they sell the program. There's actually 2 programs that are in it. I'm going to explain briefly both programs, and then a third kind of offshoot, which is to get them pre-approved, which is where I come back in to make sure that the client is approved for what they want to do. So go ahead and go to the next slide. All right, now all of what I'm presenting right now, this slideshow, unfortunately, I couldn't do it on my laptop, but I do have it available so I can send it out to you guys. So if you guys send me an email, I can send it out to you, or actually, I'm going to consolidate it because you don't need all of it. You just need the highlights of it, the cheat sheets, if you will. So basically, it's for you to solidify your relationships with your client base, to go out to your sellers and say, hey, look, this is what I can offer. It's different than what some of the other agents are out there offering because you can help them before they actually put their property on the market. There's 2 things. We can do an enhancement loan and we do a bridge loan. The enhancement loan just allows them to pull money out prior to for fixing up so that you can get it ready for market. And then the bridge loan is so that they can pull money out so they can make an offer on a property that's not subject to their selling their current property. There's a lot of value in it. Obviously, you deal with sellers that are looking to do exactly what we talked about, where they want to do that leg up, but they can't, and they don't want to sell because then they're going to be homeless. So how do they bridge that gap? Well, it's hard, and this program will show you how to do it. You are going to be the specific loan advisor. I'm the one behind you, but you're the one who's the point of contact, who's talking to the client, and that's why you have to get certified. I'm here to help you guys. And then once you make that point of contact, then it gets rolled over to me, and then I get them pre-packed for you guys to be able to put the property on the market and make sure that they're approvable for their purchase up. Okay, so let's go to the next slide, Natalie. All right, so there's 3 programs again. It's the enhancement loan, which just allows them to pull up to $50,000 for before they sell. There is the bridge loan, where we can pull out up to 80% loan to value with a max loan amount of $400,000, which means they can technically buy something at $2 million with 20% down. And they can have both mortgages in existence at the same time. And then the third thing is, of course, we are going to qualify for the next home. Go ahead, Natalie, next. Actually, go 1, and then you can go to the second one after that. So let's talk about the enhancement loan. So basically, the enhancement loan is going to allow the borrower to get up to $50,000 cash out in their hand. It's a really quick transaction. Think of it like a HELOC or equity line of credit, but you're not going to have to go through a credit union and wait 3 to 4 months for them to process your file. We're using automated value mechanisms to determine value, so it's a real quick process. We determine their DTI, so we are gathering their documentation to make sure that they qualify for it. But the beauty is it's virtually free. We wanted to roll it out for 0%, but our system internally wouldn't allow it, so we had to put an interest rate. So the interest rate on this is 0.01%, which is virtually nothing. They get to have the money. They don't have to make any payments. Interest is accruing while they're holding it. It is a 6-month term. Now, if they can't sell their property or don't get it to sell within 6 months, we can rewrite it if we need to. Now, at that point, now we do have to put in a new loan in place, and we'll do that if they can't sell it within 6 months. But the $50,000 up front allows them to do a lot of work on their property. They can do flooring, pay for staging, maybe new upgrades to the appliances. They can do paint, they can do carpet, cabinets, roof, whatever you need, they can do it. It's basically tapping into their equity before they sell the property. That's basically what's happening. We are going to cap it. You'll find out all the parameters, but it's basically we're going to cap it at 80% of the value of the property. So don't just think we're going to give them a $50,000 loan. It's a lien. We will go up to $50,000 if they have the equity position in their property. But this is a great tool for them to be able to really get their house to market and demand a higher sale price because it's going to look good for the general public. Natalie, next slide. All right, so this just tells you the details of it. Again, the interest rate is 0.01%, no points. It's a 6-month term. They can get a loan amount between $15,000 and $50,000. And just as a side, the only other real estate company out there that's offering this is Compass. But Compass had it rolled out, and they've lowered their loan amount to $15,000. That's 1.5. So yes, Compass has it, but they don't have this program. They don't have the ability to go up to $50,000. We are going to be in a second position. There's no monthly payments allowed, even when the client doesn't need new financing. So maybe they want to pull it out for their down payment. I mean, whatever they want to use, we're not going to monitor what they do with the $50,000. It's a 6-month term. They're going to have to pay it back. So that allows them to pull money out, not just for fixing it up. Some of you are thinking, well, can I use it for a down payment for my leg up? Absolutely. They could do that. Instead of going through the bridge loan, if they wanted to do this, they could do that. We are going to be looking at CLTVs. We are going to look at FICO scores. Again, no restrictions on any kind on the work for the home. So we're not going to monitor it. We're not going to set up a consultant. We're not going to look at after the fact saying, hey, did you do the work that you said? We really don't care because we have a lien. And if it doesn't pay off in 6 months, we're going to rewrite it. Now, the beauty is they can't get this without you. They have to have a signed listing contract with you, the agent. And so that's the beauty for you guys, knowing that, hey, if you're going to do this with your client, you've locked them up and you've just written really a 6-month contract. So you don't have to even write a 3-month contract anymore. You're going to write a 6-month contract and tie up that property with you for the next 6 months. Natalie, next slide. So this is kind of what you need to be thinking. Like when you get there, you know, you're going to be looking at the needed improvements to get this thing to market. You guys are the seasoned professionals. You know what works, needs to be done to make sure that they're getting top dollar. So that's kind of what you're doing. You're going to sign the contract, listing agreement with the buyer. Then at that point, we're going to take them through the enhancement loan process. It doesn't take very long. It's about 2 or 3 days turn time from the time they upload stuff. We're going to look at their mortgage statement. They're going to look at their credit report. We're going to look at their income, making sure they're gainfully employed. A lot of these are on a streamlined basis, so that's why we can do them so quick. I am your advisor, so everything that you guys do automatically comes to me. So I'll be able to analyze it, but there's someone behind me that's analyzing it. It's a computer program, which is pretty cool. It tells us when they qualify, when they upload into our system. So that process is streamlined. It's really kind of what spurred from COVID-19 when we all got locked down and we had to go to AI. AI took over our industry, and this is just kind of one of those things where AI has really taken over this program because it's allowing us to see values in real time, and we're able to get the approval spit out a lot faster. So we're going to get all of this done within, I would say, 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, you should have it. And then you can start lining up your contractors to get out there and start doing whatever it needs to be done on the property and get that to market so you can sell it at top dollar. Hopefully you guys can see this is a huge program. This is really something that's going to be revolutionizing you as an agent. It's going to set you guys aside from your competition. Again, Compass has it. There are some other real estate companies out there. But when it was first rolled out, like for you, they had to go to the training course. The online training course just got broken out, I think, the last 3 weeks. And not a lot of agents have gone to the online yet. You're probably the first official office that's getting rolled out all across to be able to do it online. So I really urge you guys to do this. This is just a great feather in your cap to go to your sellers. All right, that is the enhancement loan. Natalie, let's go to the next slide. All right, so the second program that this investor allows is what we call the bridge loan. That's going to allow them to pull money out of their home, out of their equity, to be able to use for their purchase on their leg up. Now, this is important because a lot of times people have good homes, they do have good equity, but the problem is they have to sell their home before they can go and make that offer so they can buy something at 1.2 or 1.5. You see it all the time. And then it's the dilemma to the seller: do I sell it and then sit in the property for 60 days after the close and hope that I'm able to buy something, which means now they're under the gun. And you guys, I don't need to tell you, it's really tough to get our offers accepted out there right now. So do you want your client to go through that? This bridge loan allows you to kind of sidestep that, where you can write an offer without making it contingent on them selling their home. Go ahead and go to the next slide, Natalie. So basically, you're going to tap into the equity portion of the borrower's home prior to them selling it. We know they're going to sell it because you put it on the market. Again, they can't get this without signing or having to sign listing agreement with you, and you're going to do it for 6 months again. So this is all designed to track or to really solidify your relationship with your client base so that they can make sure that they sign the listing agreement with you for 6 months. And if they're interviewing 2 or 3 other realtors besides you, hopefully this puts you over the top because you're offering something that the other agents aren't able to offer. So this allows them to sell their home while they're currently living into it. They don't have to go rent somewhere for a month or 2 or living with mom and dad again or with relatives for a month or 2 while they get their leg up. They don't need to have the storage bins. They don't need any of that. They just do it like they sold the house and they're basically doing a rent back, but it's not really a rent back because they didn't sell it. They just tapped into the equity portion. Natalie, go ahead and go to the next slide. So here's all the details for this program. So we are going to make sure that the borrower is qualified, because obviously we don't want to give them a bridge loan if they're not qualified for their next purchase. Now, you might say, well, I know people who have done bridge loans. They've gone and got equity lines from credit unions, or they get gift from mom and dad, and then we do it that way. That is true. You could do it the old-fashioned way. The problem is that's a very small percentage of people that have that ability to do that. And then the problem is the people that do that is when they go to do the purchase leg up, they don't qualify because they have two mortgages on the books, their current mortgage and the new mortgage, and they don't qualify. So yes, you got the money, but then you're not qualifying for what you do, and now you're back to square one again. Well, this bridge loan allows us to not have to hit the client for their current housing expense, because we know it's listed with you. We know you're going to sell it within 6 months. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to allow them to go up to 70% loan to value, whatever equity position that is, with a max loan all the way up to $400,000 to suck out and be able to use it for their down payment. They do have to have a 680 FICO score. It is a second position only, so we're going to do a lien. This one does come with terms. So it's a 6% rate on a 6-month term at one point. Interest-only payments are due for each month during that period. It's still a great way for them to tap into their money. If they can't find anything within that 6 months, we will rewrite it for another 6 months as well. So don't think that they only have a 6-month period and it goes away. We're not trying to do that to a client. Basically what we're doing is we had an equity wealth investing company that came in and they wanted a little higher rate of return because they're getting 6% when the market is a lot lower than that. So what they're able to do is say, hey, we want to churn our money. So we don't care if these things pay off in 2, 3, 4 months. That's great. That just means we put more money out on the streets to make it work for us, and they get a higher rate of return annualized. So don't think that 6 months scares these people up. It doesn't. If you want to sell this within a month and it closes, there's no prepayment penalty, no nothing. They're just paying interest for the days that they have it on the books. Okay, so that's the details of the Before You Sell program. Next, Natalie. And that leads us to the third thing. Again, I'm linked to you. You're going to be able to direct your clients to your webpage at Keller Williams, the master homepage, and there'll be a toggle down where they can click on your name. It'll say bridge loan, or we're going to have some link. It'll all be set up before you guys take the training. You'll click on your name and automatically all their information, they'll have a secured site to be able to upload it to us, their mortgage statement, bank statements, pay stubs, etc. So we can see exactly where they're at, authorization for us to run a credit report. We'll do all that internally. And then we're going to qualify them for the next purchase, because all this is for naught if they can't buy the next property. So that's why we want to make sure that before we do the bridge loan, that we're able to qualify them for their leg up, because if they can't qualify, then we just got to stop, because we're not going to let them pull money out just to pull money out, because now they're in trouble. Go to the next slide. So this one is just kind of, overview of why it matters. I mean, obviously, I think it speaks for itself, the fact that they can pull money out of their home before they sell it to fix it up, to put them in a higher price range. That speaks for itself. The bridge loan speaks for itself, to be able to pull out money. I was pretty excited when this got rolled out. This is all new. The bridge loan just came back last week. It's a phenomenal game changer for everyone involved. So please take advantage of it. I know there's about 50 plus of you on this call. Hopefully all of you are putting it on your calendar that you're going to take the class. I will send out an email probably with a bullet point of these cheat sheets so people know that they can go online, take the class. Again, if you're not certified, you can't do the program, you can't offer it. And please, I'm not in control of this. Don't call me and say, hey, Chris, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. I get it, but I don't have anything for you. I can't magically get you guys certified. You do have to take the class and then pass it. And the test is very easy, guys. Don't get scared about the test. It's like 15 questions and they're basic. It's just really just
and just to add to that, so we'll definitely put it advance notice to everyone, put it on the calendar, so that way anyone that's interested in taking advantage of this program, has the opportunity to go through the motions and then obviously take the quiz to be approved for this phenomenal program.
Right. Now we go to the next page. This is just kind of summary. It just kind of pulls it all together now. I mean, just the walkthrough. Oh, Natalie took off. But anyway, the walkthrough is obviously you're going to instruct your client to go to the website. They'll click on the toggle. They'll see your name. You'll click on it. It allows them to upload stuff into our system. We'll analyze it. You go out and get your client to look at properties and just know that the financing is secured for them. Again, these loans are designed short term. If they turn quick, doesn't matter to the investor, we'll do them. This is not for your investors, though. This is not for quirky deals. This is going to be for your solid borrower whose primary residence, who's looking to do the leg up. They're selling their property and they're going to move into another owner-occupied property. All right, that's it, guys. I'll open up some questions. If anyone has questions for me, I can answer them real quick. But again, please make sure that you guys take that training as soon as the window opens. At this point, any questions?
We'll leave the questions for later, Chris, just because we got more items to add. But there is questions. We'll probably address them later.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome stuff, Chris. Thank you very much. Awesome. Thank you. All right, let's continue. I believe Kim, is Kim on the call?
Yes, I am. Happy Wednesday.
Awesome. Happy Wednesday to you, Kim. Talk to us. Give us some broker updates. Fun stuff, right?
Okay. Well, okay, I'm going to need to share my screen, Natalie. And let's see here. Give me one quick second. Okay. Oh, I don't see it. Wait. Oh, why I don't see my stuff?
Should be on the bottom, Kim, where it says share screen. You see it on the bottom?
Yes. Okay. Uh-oh.
There
It
we
looks
go.
like it's frozen. Okay. So anyhow, a lot of people know about Glide, right? Hopefully, you might be using Glide. They're using Glide mainly for so your sellers can complete the TDS and the SBQ,
Oh no. I believe Kim froze. All right. Let's see if we can get her back on the call. Do apologize for the there
and
she
you're
is.
sending it through Glide actually. So you can instantly create a compliant P form for multiple properties and visitors in one efficient workflow. What was that?
No, you froze, but you're back.
Oh, yeah, it's going in and out. I can see. I don't know why. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So anyhow, you're able to send the P through Glide, you guys, and you can send it through DocuSign. You can easily get them filled out from the other agents and sent back. So you guys should definitely try to check that out. It's a CAR product if you're not using it. Some TCs are using this. I'm not sure if Chris is using this, but it's really good. So just wanted to bring it up so you guys can check it out to help get those P forms signed and returned very easily. Okay, so that was just one thing there.
You know, one thing, Kim, that I did see that on the MLS, it actually navigates, when you click on it, it actually navigates to actually fill out your PED form. Yeah. Hi, can you hear
Okay.
it? You're coming in and out.
Yeah, oh crap, I don't know why it's doing that, but okay. Can you see what I'm sharing now? I'm on that CAR.
Yes.
No? Okay. All right, so with all this that's going on, right, COVID and not being able to enter some properties, we're dealing with a lot of tenants now. So, right, a lot of people are dealing with a lot of tenants. So kind of want to bring us back to, going over tenant information as far as the process and dealing with, landlord-tenant law. So right here on the CAR website, Okay, you have the landlord-tenant guide for realtors, and there's so much good stuff right here to help you guys, you know, in between, you know, the webinars that you're on or the meetings. So if you go on here, they have everything about security deposits, you know, terminating the tenancy, the eviction process. And right here, I really like to have the notices to terminate, because that's what a lot of realtors are asking about, right? So here's a quick guide on that. How much notice is required to terminate month-to-month residential tenancy? So we know it's 30 days prior to a year if they resided there prior to a year, and 60 days if after. And then what about properties in escrow? This is what a lot of agents are asking about. Sometimes they get confused of the notices, you know, when they're trying to sell a property. So may a 30-day notice be given, even if the tenant has been in the property for more than a year? So yes, okay, but there are exemptions to the general 60-day rule to allow for 30-day notices if 6 criteria are all met. So it has to be all of these things, guys, okay? An escrow has been opened, the buyer intends to occupy the property for a year, the property is a single family or condo, the buyer is a natural person, the notice is given within 120 days after escrow is opened, and a notice.
Okay, we lost her again. I apologize for that. Kim?
You're taking listings and
Oh, okay.
yes,
You're coming in and out.
going in and out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I don't know what to do if I'm coming in and out. So anyhow, that was basically it. So a lot of, you know, we're dealing with a lot of tenants right now. A lot of agents are calling or saying, I'm taking this listing as tenant occupied. So this is what I'm hearing. So basically just, you know, recapping about landlord tenant law. Go on to the CAR website and look at their quick guide. Look at and where they have the all of the landlord tenant information, just very helpful. Just wanted to remind the agents of that, okay? So
Awesome.
I'll leave it there because obviously my connection is not that good today.
Yeah, for some reason you keep coming in and out and it's freezing. So
Yeah, I don't know why.
again, guys, if you have any questions regarding any real estate related questions, please direct them to Kim. And, you know, thank you so much, Kim, for the valuable information regarding, you know, tenancy, because yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying. A lot of calls are coming in about tenants in place, you know, with the COVID evictions. So prime example is going into the cars, calling the legal department, calling CAR's legal department as well to get these answers, these questions answered. So thanks again, Kim, appreciate it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and continue. If we can, I don't know if you can unshare your computer, Kim. I think next is Sonia. Is Sonia on the call?
I did.
Thank you.
I'm here. Yo, yo.
Hey, I don't see you. Where are you, Sonia? There she is. How are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Tech Tip Wednesday, a man hacks. So talk to us, Kim.
Kim.
I mean, Sonia.
All good. You can call me Kim all day long. So what's up, guys? Let me go ahead and share my screen as well. So I'm here to give you 2 different types of hacks today. This is why we don't have an actual topic, right? One is this really cool thing that we have around here is that thing called the beach, and a lot of people wanting to be really near it, really close by, right?
Right.
And some of the questions lately that we've been seeing is, you know, like, okay, is it walkable to the beach? How close is this thing to the beach? What, you know, whatever, in terms of the property. So I just wanted to tell you that on your own website that you have set up through Command, you can go ahead and just go in, right? And you see any of these properties here. For instance, this $1.2 million one that you can see, it lights us blue up here when you hover over it. And what you can do is once you click on this property, I have it open here already, it actually allows you to plug in a place to see how far away it is from anywhere, basically. So all you're gonna do is just, add a place, allows you to add like 3 different places. So I can just delete these if I want. And I can say, okay, how close is this to, for instance, El Segundo, beach here. Okay, and it's gonna pop up right here for us. So that's not a walkable place, obviously, but for driving, okay, only 21 minutes. But most of the people who are looking in those kinds of areas and really concerned about that are gonna probably wanna know how it is to walk. And as you know, the avenues and all that whole area starts going kind of up and down and isn't really walkable even if it's closed. So there's another hack that does not involve command. So for instance, if you look at this here, let's look at the Riviera Village Way. So this is for this particular property right here on PV Boulevard. And it's actually telling us that walking is only 18 minutes to the beach. If you click on this directions, it's actually gonna open up Google Maps for you. And what I love about this is you can share this to your phone and then text it to your client so they can actually show you how to get to the village or wherever, right? But look, on here, it actually says, well, what is the walk actually gonna be like? You see this? This is where you're leaving from, and here's where you're getting to, and it actually tells you the elevation and if you're going up or down. So pretty awesome. I think that this is a really great tool. If you have people who are saying, how far away is this thing from the beach? Go to your own website, find out how far away it is from the beach and text it to them, right? Of course, they can look it up on the actual app themselves, but people don't always do that. So you got to do a little work for them. All right, so that's pretty cool. And then the second thing is this. If you guys have, let's say you have a close group of friends or past clients that have been really good to you that you want to kind of love on a little bit more than some other people, right? And you want to make sure that you're not only setting yourself a reminder to call them every so often and whatnot, but you actually just want to have text messages automatically go to them. So I want to show you a little hack here. So in Command, you can actually, go into your smart plans, okay? And this is part of the contest, so you can do this right after this. Out of any day this week, take like 5 minutes to do this real quick. All right, so in your smart plans, you can actually create a text smart plan. So let's say Labor Day is coming up, right? And you want to check in with 10 certain people every so often. Like these are just your special people that you can do this for everyone, but let's just say that you're focusing on that small group of repeat clients or something like that. All right, so what you're going to do is you can just go ahead and create a smart plan, and we're going to call it Labor Day. Okay, and all we're gonna do is we wanna make sure that a text goes out to all those people on Labor Day. So what I'm gonna do is just click on the SMS, and right here, I'm gonna say, hi, and I'm gonna use the merge field to say, contact first name. This is Sonia. Right, and you wanna say your name because totally your number is different. Happy Labor Day weekend. Got any fun plans? Right? And you want to ask a question so they engage with you, and now you can keep a conversation going. And perhaps, check your spelling, right? And so there you go. And now you've got this, and we're just going to say, okay, great. So that's all we want to do, right? And now when we go to actually save this, it'll just save it for us. And now I can actually go to my contacts, okay? This brings me to my second point. You wanna title your people something that is, you wanna tag them something, right? So for instance, client. You're gonna see all these are my coaching clients, obviously, but for you, it's gonna be different. So it could have buyer, it could have seller, right? Anything you want in terms of that. So for instance, here's some buyers, okay? But what you're gonna do is once you have your, for instance, those special people up and you've pulled them up, you can go right here and this button pops up that says Save Smart View, all right? So you can actually, it'll allow you to create a new Smart View right here, or right here. And as you can see, I have mine saved as all content. Well, all context is going to be in there for you already. You can save your allied resources as a tag. You can save anything you want. Basically, whatever you type in here and what comes up is going to be on that list, right? So what I like about this is now I can just select all, select bulk action, and add to smart plan. And now I'm going to add all these people to my Labor Day smart plan. And I'm not going to start it now, but I want the text to go out on us Labor Day. So I'm going to go here, and it's actually September 5th is the Friday before Labor Day, right? So I'm just going to select, oh, September 5th is the Saturday. So, okay, like this. And then now you're going to just confirm. And on that day, all those people are going to get that text message. You could do this. It just took 1 minute, right, for me to do that one particular text, but it could be going out to hundreds of people if that's what you want to do. You could literally add 12 touches to your contacts by just doing 12 text messages for all the different holidays that are out there. Just be sure to, put your name and ask a question so you can actually start and have a conversation with them. And the text will go out automatically if you've got your Twilio account hooked up. Now, also, if you have a Twilio account, you're going to have a text or a phone number that it's not your number, right? So what you want to do is, you guys have seen how someone texts you whose name is not in your contacts yet, and it'll say maybe Sonia or something like that, right? So your phone is pulling the information from their phone as what their own contact is in there as their own contact card. So what you can do is you can actually go to your phone contacts tab, scroll all the way to the top where you'll see your own information, and edit that contact card and add the Twilio number in there as a secondary number to yourself. So when people get a text message from you, even though it's coming from command, they're going to know exactly who it is. So it's going to say maybe Sonia, maybe Simon, right? And so now you're kind of covering all your bases. So just a couple of cool things. There's so much stuff we can do with all of this and it all linking together. And by the way, when I went on to this website here, which is mine, immediately I got a notification that I have logged in. Right? So you're going to know when people go onto your sites and all that stuff. So it's really, really intuitive. It's getting really, really great right now. And use the merge fields so you can put the contact name. So it's not going to be a group text. So it'll be an individual text to that person, and your system will supplement their actual name into it. And so it'll look like it's coming from you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Love the features, especially there's so much here in the South Bay, especially in the coastal area. So definitely a benefit to provide to a potential client. So good stuff. Thank you, Sonia. Love it.
And on Friday, guys, it's on the calendar, social media, Facebook Fridays. I have a guest speaker. She used to be a team leader, and she is a mega global agent. Her name is Lucy, and she's operating with Keller Williams out of Dubai, and she is just a social media whiz. So feel free to join us on that call, and she's going to show you how to make an impact with your social media.
Awesome. Good stuff. Thank you so much, Sonia. Love it, love it, love it. Take advantage of it, guys. All right, let's continue. Is Stefan? I know, I apologize. Stefan, how are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Stefan is a local attorney, and he's going to give us some information on cannabis and how it affects real estate and tenants. So good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Doing all right.
Awesome, awesome. So take it away.
Just to be pretty brief here, what you're looking for, each little jurisdiction is going to have their own separate rules regarding whether or not this is an allowable business activity. If your general areas in the South Bay, that's basically going to be limited, unfortunately, to Bellflower, Long Beach, and the city of Los Angeles on the top of my head. But like I said, with each little jurisdiction having their own rules and regulations about this, there are plenty of opportunities for clients. I know for a fact that there are people who are looking to sell businesses that they have, existing businesses that have been prepped and ready to go, as well as there's opportunities for unfulfilled slots. You know, if a jurisdiction has been created a licensing structure wherein they were only going to allow for certain business activities to take place. There are people looking to enter that market with, that will be, better suited for them, looking for places that have lower tax rates. The long and the short of it, though, is that these cities and municipalities that allow for it are extremely limited, and the danger of telling a client that something that they're looking to do is allowed when it is not could be severe, because not only could you be incurring civil penalties and municipal fines, but it is still a criminal activity when it is done without a license. And so if that client begins to conduct business activities that are not allowed within that jurisdiction, especially I'm speaking about all of them, but manufacturing specifically is still a felony. So having if you have a client who's looking to enter this market, make sure that they do have adequate legal representation, and on your own end, as a matter of just frankly protecting your own self and your own legal rights, check with your own legal counsel if that's possible, if you have somebody who you trust and who's knowledgeable in the area. But also, don't feel shy about reaching out to the planning department and the city attorney's office for any of these particular cities. This is an issue that every single jurisdiction has made a decision about by now, whether or not they're going to allow it or not. And so the answer about whether or not a person can engage in retail sales or cultivation or manufacturing or distribution, etc., all that can be answered by a patient phone call on to a city's planning, development, or city attorney's office, and it's be well worth your time.
Very cool, very cool. And how does that, especially in the line of work, when it comes to tenants and marijuana? I mean, any jurisdictions regarding that? What are the pros and cons to that, Stefan?
Would these be residential tenants or commercial tenants?
Well, more so for residential.
Got it.
But also, it coincides to commercial too, because we have agents that also do commercial as well.
Great. I'll just touch on the residential issue. You do have the right to put within your lease restrictions on smoking, just like you would any other, just like you are tobacco smoke. With respect to the rights of medical tenants, they're in a weird position right now, because there should be somebody who uses marijuana for the purposes of, let's say, treating advanced stage HIV/AIDS or cancer, and they require it and have proper documentation from the county health department, etc. Those folks are fighting for the right to be able to ingest and smoke. And honestly, I can't tell you exactly as to how the courts are ruling on it right now, because I think, frankly, it's still been up in the air, and there's some state laws that they're considering right now. But that would be definitely an issue that before you put it in, if you have a tenant who is claiming that they're not covered by the Americans for Disabilities Act, only because that's a federal protection, and federally marijuana is still illegal. But statewide, you could avoid litigation from them on the front end by clearing it with your counsel as to whether or not you have the right to be able to restrict that, or frankly, it would be better off for you in the long run to be able to structure a lease in a way that would be amenable for all the parties involved. Obviously, dealing with requisite smoke issues, not just to the damage to the particular area, to the particular parcel that you're renting, but you're by allowing it, you're potentially facing complaints from neighbors and that sort of thing. So if just generally from a practical standpoint, if a unit does not have HVAC or good ventilation, you are within your right to be able to restrict it, and probably that would be the best case to go about it. With respect to commercial tenants, the leasing, I would say that the biggest hurdle that clients are having with leasing is not just the price, in that this has been charged as premium real estate, so that your the expense for clients is significant. It's the licensing process itself. It's very complicated and is proven to be pretty long in terms of going from, putting in your initial application to the point where you're actually up and running. So a lot of clients have been priced out of places or have gotten into leases that were not particularly amenable for them. So if you're looking at a new generation of cannabis operators, expect them on the front end to be able to ask for a fair amount of lead up time from the time that they secure the parcel, which is required in order to begin the licensing process, up until the point where they're actually operational. In other words, it could be anywhere from three months to a year before the time that they can actually start bringing in revenue themselves from the specific business activity. Now, that might mean that it's a better idea to be able to rent to tenants with financing to get them through that process, so you avoid this altogether. But I would say, even in general, for those folks, expect them to request some sort of creative financing process in order for them to be able to make it through that very difficult licensing time.
Beautiful. And obviously, it all depends on the county from a city level, and from, let's just say, for example, Los Angeles County, San Bernardino County, Riverside County, they have their own jurisdictions and how they implement and how they take, commercial in regards to these new rules. I mean,
again, I just have to stress, it's always worth knowing it. Go down to the APN number, find out who has a land use, who is in control of the land use there, because I'm most familiar with the city of Long Beach, and even within the generally accepted areas of Long Beach, by south of the 91, east of the LA River, and west of the 605, there are parcels within that general area that are controlled by Los Angeles County, and there are parcels within it that are controlled by the city of Los Angeles and the city of Compton and the city of Bellflower, the city of Lakewood. Each one of those little municipalities have their own very specific rules, and most of them are still bans. So you might have a client who has been sitting on a property, for example, within unincorporated LA County, that's actually much closer to Whittier or Downey. And that could be advantageous for them in some ways, in that perhaps LA County, and I'm not speaking specifically, I'm just speaking, kind of hypothetically, maybe LA County, they know, is going to be closer to rescinding their longstanding ban and creating a licensing structure. And so it's advantageous for them to have that area, or they have a place they're thinking about a place for commercial sales, and it's right on the border of an area with a lot of bans, and they would allow them to do a delivery hub. That's something that is actually going into current litigation now, is whether or not cities like Beverly Hills, the city of Riverside, and I forgot one other city, just joined a lawsuit wherein they're trying to say that they can restrict all retail sales by way of delivery. And that's going to affect businesses on the periphery of those particular municipalities that have been enjoying being able to send in delivery drivers with almost exclusive, rights to those residents. And long and the short of it is, the location of these businesses and where they're going is the most important thing for their survivability long term in this market. And having a knowledge as to not only what's legally allowed there, but what would be commercially viable, and it's no different than what you would think. What's going to be getting foot traffic, what's going to be close to major roads or public transit, that sort of thing. And the more knowledgeable you are about the particular parcel that's being offered, or what they're thinking, the more, the better you're going to be able to sell it to a potential client.
Beautiful. Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, Stefan. If they have any additional questions, is there any way that you can put your contact information on the group chat?
Oh, sure.
I know there's a couple questions addressed in regards to marijuana and cannabis, but you know, if they like to reach you directly, you know, if you can just put in your contact information, that would be phenomenal.
Absolutely. I also do criminal defense as well, so if anybody ever gets in trouble, hit me up.
All right, awesome stuff. Stefan, thank you again for being on our call. Great information. Again, guys, if you have any questions, he will be putting his email and contact information. Thanks again, Stefan.
My pleasure.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and continue. We are right at the peak of finalizing our sales meeting. Just real quick on the new listings. I believe there's a couple of listings that just came on the market. So first one, 2112 Warfield Avenue, Unit 10 in the city of Redondo Beach. It's 812. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Jeremy Fields has the listings. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to him. Next slide, please. Babalaka has a condo, 613 Cabrillo Villas, a Unit 2 in the city of Los Angeles. Listing price $645, a 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath, 1,417 square feet. If you have any questions, please reach out to Bob. Next slide, please. We have Michelle Brown has a condo in the city of Redondo Beach, 615 Esplanade, Unit 508. Listing price $775, 719 square feet. If you have any questions, please reach out to Michelle Brown. Next slide, please. All right, Alleghena has a beautiful home in the city of Belmont, 1469 Evergreen Avenue. Listing price $375. That is obviously not Los Angeles County. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 1838. Any questions? Reach out to Alleghena. I think that's all. All right, guys. We are done. We are done, but I do have one trivia. You guys want a quick trivia for the last people that are on the call, guys? I'm going to do this for you guys, all right? Here's a trivia question for a opportunity to get a $25 gift card. Are you guys ready? Thumbs up. Real quick, guys, before I pass it on to the affiliates. So the question is, it's on the RLA, the Residential Listing Agreement. It's a section where it says something about management approval. If an associate at an office, Keller Williams, salesperson or broker enters into an agreement and the broker, on behalf of the broker, does not approve the terms of the condition of the listing agreement, the manager or the broker has the right of cancellation within how many days?
3.
That's a tricky one. It's on the
5.
listing agreement. Who said 5?
Taria.
All right, it is 5. Congratulations, Taria. You won. Yeah, it is 5 days. Yeah. Beautiful. So congratulations. Stop by the office and we have a gift card for you for $25. Congrats. Thank you, guys. Awesome stuff. And very excited. Next week, we'll revert back to our 12 o'clock sales meeting. I have a local councilman from the city of Redondo Beach. I'm not going to say who it is, but he'll be talking to you on the local ordinance, what's going on in the city of Redondo Beach. I look forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday at 12 o'clock, okay? Remember Sonia's event on Friday, this Saturday as well, guys. Love to see you guys. RSVP no later than Friday for an opportunity to hang out with us on Saturday and also lunch and just a good time and fun time to spend. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for your time. Really appreciate you guys. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.